My name is Lowell and welcome to the channel. So we've got an interesting video to react to. This is 25 weird facts about left-handed people. Now, I'm left-handed, so this is going to be very interesting. Let's jump in and let's have a look at this one, shall we?
Did you know right-handed people operate primarily on the left side of their brain, while lefties use the right side? That means only left-handed people are truly in their right minds. Okay, all jokes aside, the world definitely wasn't built with lefties in mind.
No.
But it does come with a strange variety of
From notebooks to scissors to can openers to everything else. Hate it.
perks.
Hate it.
From surprising survival advantages to hidden talents when it comes to video games, and a strange competitive streak, being a lefty is anything but ordinary. Let me tell you about it. I'm Mike with List 25, and here are 25 weird facts about left-handed people.
Okay.
25. Why are lefties so rare? 1 in 10 people is left-handed. So, if that's you, congratulations.
Hey.
You're in a special club. Early theories linked left-handedness to language processing in the brain. While it's true that most people process language in the left hemisphere, lefties are more likely to use their right hemisphere, or both, compared to us righties. Genetics also play a part, as left-handedness often runs in families. However, it's not strictly hereditary. Having left-handed parents only slightly increases the odds of a left-handed child. To make things even more puzzling, men are more likely to be left-handed than women. Add in the possibility of environmental factors, and left-handedness remains one of life's little mysteries. My dad was left-handed, so. 24. It starts at the very beginning. Northern Irish psychologist Peter Hepper studied hundreds of ultrasound scans of babies in the womb and spotted an interesting pattern. About 90% sucked their right thumbs, and by age 12, almost all of them were right-handed. Meanwhile, 3/4 of the left thumb suckers ended up being lefties. So, if we go by Hepper's research, handedness might be hardwired before we're even born.
That's interesting. You might not even have a choice. You might already be, predisposed to it.
23. Handedness in the animal kingdom. We're not the only ones with a limb preference. Lots of animals show similar tendencies, although they're usually less pronounced. Kangaroos, for example, often stick to their left paw for things like grooming and eating. Parrots, on the
Go the ruse. That's right.
other hand,
Good times.
should I say foot, tend to favor their left foot when grabbing objects. Even our primate cousins have their preferences. Studies show about 70% of chimps are right-handed, while 66% of orangutans lean left. 22.
Wow.
Battle-ready southpaws. Have you seen the 2015 film Southpaw with Jake Gyllenhaal? Or maybe you watched one of the Rocky movies? Fun fact, Rocky Balboa is a lefty. Left-handed fighters, often called southpaws, have a unique edge in combat sports like boxing and MMA. Most athletes train to fight right-handed opponents, so going up against a lefty can completely throw off their game. That sneaky advantage might be why southpaws are overrepresented in combat sports, and why they tend to rack up more wins. 21. The emotional roller coaster. Studies suggest lefties are more prone to negative feelings like anger or embarrassment, and they're slightly more likely to develop PTSD after traumatic experiences. Researchers
I wonder if that is true. I guess, I don't know. Maybe if you're left-handed, let me know if you're quicker to anger than your right-handed compadres. So,
think this could be tied to how the right side of the brain, often more active in lefties, processes emotions. But it's not all doom and gloom. This heightened emotional sensitivity means lefties are better at understanding and connecting with others. And since empathy is in short supply these days, maybe it's time to find yourself a lefty bestie. 20. The health perks and pitfalls. Being left-handed comes with its own health surprises. Lefties are slightly more likely to experience conditions like ADHD and dyslexia, and they might be at even higher risk for certain immune disorders. But there's good news too. They're less likely to suffer from arthritis and stomach ulcers. Oh, and let's not forget, living in a right-handed world can sometimes lead to more accidents. Seriously, can we redesign scissors already?
I freaking hate scissors. I know you can get left-handed scissors. I think I've seen one pair in my whole life. I don't know where they buy them from, but I think I've seen one pair.
19. Lefties often learn to be ambidextrous. Living in a right-handed world
Oh.
isn't easy for our left-handed friends. At school, you're stuck on the wrong side of the table. Spiral notebooks fight back, and even door handles seem to play favorites. Tasks like playing golf or using kitchen tools are also smoother when done right-handed. So lefties quickly learn to adapt. Interestingly, studies show that converted left-handers, those who forced themselves to write with their right hand, often become just as proficient with that hand as innate right-handers. But most still use their left hand for other tasks, since the brain's original left-handed wiring endures beneath the surface.
I don't know. My right hand is uncoordinated. I don't think I could do anything with it. It's ridiculous. Crazy.
18. The psychosis connection.
Okay.
Throughout the ages, lefties were viewed with curiosity, but mostly suspicion. After all, they were once believed to be evil. Hilarious, right? Well,
I'm left-handed with red hair. I've got no chance. No soul, evil. Dang.
maybe not so much. In 2013, a study by Yale University researcher
Yikes.
Jaden Webb found a surprising link between left-handedness and psychosis. His research revealed that about 40% of patients with psychotic illnesses like schizophrenia were left-handed, a significant jump from the 10% left-handed rate in the general population. He believes that left-handedness might be tied to a biological marker indicating a higher risk for psychosis.
Dang.
17. Left-handed leaders. Left-handed people seem to have a knack for leadership. In the past century alone, several US presidents have been lefties, including Barack Obama, Bill Clinton, and Harry Truman. Ronald Reagan may have been a secret lefty too, but he was trained to use his right hand as a child. Across the pond, former UK Prime Minister David Cameron and legendary Winston Churchill were also left-handed, as is the future King of the United Kingdom, Prince William. Interestingly, George VI, William's great-grandfather, was naturally left-handed, but was forced to switch by his father, George V. Some even say that left-handed gestures like waves or handshakes look better on TV thanks to reversed camera angles, which could play a role in their popularity. 16. Lefties in the spotlight. Navigating a right-handed world hasn't stopped left-handed stars from shining. Take Sir Paul McCartney, for example. As a young musician, he struggled with right-handed guitars before finally restringing one to suit his left-handed grip. That small adjustment helped him become one of the most influential musicians of all time. Other famous lefties include Lady Gaga, Oprah Winfrey, Jennifer Lawrence, and Justin Bieber, who, like McCartney, learned to adapt with a right-handed guitar before switching to a lefty one. Even Bart Simpson forms part of the club, as Simpsons creator Matt Groening is a lefty himself. 15. Being left-handed in the past was dangerous.
Oh.
I've already told you that people used to believe lefties were evil.
I know the Catholic Church used to, make people write with their right hand if you're left-handed. Pretty strict on that as well, too.
But did you know it could lead to accusations of devil worship? For centuries, left-handedness carried a dark stigma, often referred to as the mark of the devil. So women who wrote or performed everyday tasks with their left hand risked being labeled as practitioners of witchcraft. In fact, during the infamous witch trials of the 16th and 17th centuries, left-handedness was often cited as suspicious behavior. And while it wasn't enough to convict someone outright, it certainly didn't help their case. 14. Jack the Ripper. We don't know a whole lot about Jack the Ripper, but according to the specialists of the day, he was left-handed.
I think they've actually just named Jack the Ripper as well, too. As I'm pretty sure he was Polish. You can correct me in the comments. I'm pretty sure that's what they're saying.
Dr. Rees Ralph Llewellyn, who examined Polly Nichols, the Ripper's first known victim, identified the killer as a lefty based on the direction of the cuts and bruising patterns on her neck and jaw. He also believed the angle and force of the incisions indicated that the killer used his left hand. Over the years, this theory has been questioned, but since Jack the Ripper was never caught, we'll never be 100% sure. 13. Are lefties smarter?
Yep.
Left-handed people have been long rumored to be more intelligent, and the stats from Mensa might back it up. About 20% of Mensa members, the top 2% of IQs worldwide, are left-handed, which is double the representation of the general population. Studies have found that lefties excel in certain cognitive areas, like creative problem solving, thanks to their unique brain lateralization. And while not all left-handers are geniuses, their overrepresentation among the intellectually gifted suggests they've definitely got something special going on. 12. The differences in mirror image twins. About 1/4 of identical twins develop as mirror images of each other, with one striking difference. One twin will have everything reversed, including hand dominance, making one left-handed and the other right-handed. This fascinating split occurs
That's where you know who the evil twin is.
when the embryo divides later than usual, around 1 to 2 weeks after fertilization. The left-handed twin isn't just a mirror image in hand preference. Their hair might swirl in the opposite direction, and they could even have birthmarks or features on the reverse sides of their body. In some rare cases, even internal organs like the heart and liver might be flipped.
Wow,
11.
I didn't know that.
It's been with us forever. Left-handedness isn't just a modern trait. It's been part of the human story for hundreds of thousands of years. Researchers examining Neanderthal tools found that even 500,000 years ago, our ancient relatives had a clear hand preference. Most tools showed signs of right-handed use, but around 10% revealed left-handed users, which perfectly aligns with their representation in today's population. 10. Why are humans so right-handed? Maybe we're asking the wrong questions. Instead of asking why some people are left-handed, shouldn't we ask why so many are right-handed? Well, our brains probably hold the answer. For most people, language is processed in the left hemisphere, particularly in Broca's area, where ideas are formed and turned into words. And since the left hemisphere controls the body's right side, this dominance spills over into hand preference. But left-handed people flip the script, because, as I mentioned earlier, they rely on the right hemisphere, or sometimes even both, for language. Some researchers think humans became predominantly right-handed when we started developing complex language, tying our physical and mental evolution together in fascinating ways. I mean, that might be it. I don't know. What do you think? 9. Spiral stairs and left-handed strategy. We all know spiral staircases in medieval castles weren't just decorative, they were clever defense mechanisms. Right-handed swordsmen could use clockwise designs to strike down easily while stabilizing themselves on the center post. But for Scotland's famously left-handed Kerr family, things were different. Their ancestral home, Fairnhurst Castle, features counter-clockwise spiral staircases, giving their left-handed fighters a significant advantage. Attackers expecting a standard clockwise staircase were thrown off balance, while the Kerr defenders fought with ease. The family even trained their soldiers to fight left-handed, so much so that Kerr-handed or Corey-fisted ended up becoming common terms for lefties.
Oh, I've heard of Corey-fisted. Oh, okay, that's where that's come from. All right.
8. The left side feels scarier. Throughout histories, lefties have been forced to switch hands, punished for their wrong preference, and shrouded in suspicion. According to researchers at the University of Utah, it might be connected to a much deeper bias after new studies revealed that our brains naturally find things on the left side more terrifying. In one experiment, participants were shown maps of disasters like earthquakes or radioactive spills hitting either the left or right side of a city. Even when the left side disaster was farther away, it was perceived as scarier. Similarly, people avoided objects on their left, like fake poop, with greater disgust. Scientists think it might be because most people feel stronger and more capable of defending themselves with their dominant, or right, side. 7. The Bible's left-handed warriors. Southpaws have been making history for centuries. Ehud, a left-handed assassin in the Bible, used his unique advantage to hide a dagger on his right thigh, sneaking it past security to execute a daring assassination and free Israel from Moabite rule. The Benjamites, a warrior tribe, were renowned for their left-handed skills. According to judges, these fighters could sling stones with deadly accuracy, hitting a single strand of hair. Some scholars believe their left-handed fighting style came naturally, while others think they possibly trained right-handed warriors to fight left-handed just to have an edge on the battlefield. 6. Lefties are more competitive. Okay, this might be surprising since all the lefties I personally know are quite docile, but a Northwestern University study has found that left-handed people are more competitive than cooperative. Scientists think this trait...
I probably, for my personal, I'm very competitive. Very, very competitive. Okay.
might come from living in a right-handed world where lefties constantly have to adapt and think strategically in ways most people never even have to consider. This heightened drive to succeed or excel could also explain why left-handers frequently flourish in areas that require quick thinking and adaptability. 5. Navigating like a pro. Have you ever noticed your left-handed friends have a knack for remembering parking spots, reading maps, or navigating from A to B? A classic study found that left-handers make fewer mistakes on spatial orientation tests compared to their right-handed peers. Yep, their internal GPS beats ours by miles. So the next time you're lost in the woods or circling a crowded parking lot, your left-handed buddy might just be the one to save the day. I'm really good at that. Am I secretly left-handed and I just don't know it? I do have to shoot a bow left-handed. I did find out I'm left-eye dominant, so when I shoot my bow, I shoot left-handed. I'm more accurate that way. And I'm good at finding parking spaces. Huh. 4. The lifespan myth. In the late 80s, a study made waves by claiming that left-handed people lived 9 years less than right-handers.
Oh, whoa, what? What? That's a new one for me.
Researchers pointed fingers at the challenges of navigating a right-handed world, suggesting accidents with tools, cars, and other righty-centric designs were to blame. Thankfully, this theory has been thoroughly debunked.
Okay, good.
The study's major flaw was that it relied on families of the deceased to identify their loved one's dominant hand. In older generations, societal pressures often forced left-handed people to hide their true preference, leading to inaccurate data. As of now, there's no solid evidence linking handedness to lifespan. So, lefties, you can breathe easy. 3. Lefties are better at video games.
Oh, see? I'm a gamer, so okay, let's hear this.
Research from the Australian National University has found that
see?
lefties excel at processing large amounts of information quickly. And yes, they studied gamers. Whether it was dodging zombies or surviving chaotic GTA chases, left-handers
See, I knew I was always better at video games.
had a natural edge. Remember that quick thinking skill I spoke about earlier? Interestingly, studies have also shown that righties with left-handed relatives have brain patterns similar to left-handers, especially during language tasks. Which brings us to number 2 on today's list. Hang on, let me just play some Borderlands 3 here. If you play Borderlands 3, let me know in the comments below who's your main. Or any Borderlands, really. Who's your main from each game? Mordecai, Gage, Athena, and Mose are mine. 2. Lefties in the family. How many of you have lefties in your immediate family? If not, don't worry. They're definitely hanging out somewhere in your family tree. Left-handedness tends to pop up unexpectedly, even in families where everyone else uses their right hand. With up to 40 genes playing a role, handedness is influenced by a mix of factors. So, if you have kids one day and they turn out to be southpaws, don't be too surprised. That lefty streak might have been skipping generations, just waiting to reappear. 1. Being left-handed could save you in the apocalypse.
Okay.
You've probably heard debates about what's essential in a doomsday scenario. Water, food, a weapon. But here's one you probably haven't considered. Being left-handed. Lefties already have an edge in combat, and studies showed that the more chaotic a society becomes, the more that edge matters. In Venezuela's Yanomami tribe, where murder rates are among the world's highest, 23% of the population is left-handed. Similar trends have appeared in Indonesia's Ipoh and Papua New Guinea's Jimmy Valley. Researchers at the University of Montpellier now believe left-handedness thrives in violent societies through natural selection. So, in a world gone mad, being a southpaw might just be the ultimate survival skill. And that's a wrap. But before you go, trivia, but before the trivia, if you are left-handed, there's actually a left-handed store down in Disney Springs. It's right by the Pin Traders. It's literally just a...
I remember the left-hand store in The Simpsons, the Leftorium. I always wanted to visit that when I seen that that episode. Always wanted left-handed stuff. I thought that would be so much better.
More of a kiosk,
So much better.
But it's all for lefties. So if you're ever in the Orlando area going to Disney, stop by Disney Springs, go to the left-handed kiosk. Now, time for a little trivia. What health condition are left-handed people less likely to experience? A. ADHD. B. Dyslexia. C. Arthritis. Or D. Immune disorders. Drop your answers in the comments below. And if you found these facts fascinating, don't miss our related video, 25 Facts That Aren't True. It's packed with surprises that leave you questioning everything. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you never miss a video, and I will catch you next time. I know normally you salute with the right hand, but because it's a left-handed video, we'll catch you next time.
So, that was pretty interesting. As I said, being a left-handed, I've heard some of them before. I hadn't heard the lifespan one. Obviously, that was a myth. But you get some jokes and stuff. Growing up left-handed and stuff like that. But as I said, I do everything left-handed. Bat, kick with my left foot, whatever else. Can't really do much with my right hand. If it's something even around the house, if it's something I need to use my right hand, my wife will do it because I just can't. It doesn't work. It does, it doesn't work. It just can't get that coordination. But that was very interesting. I know a few left-handed people in our community as well. Um, but that was very good. I like that one. 25 weird facts. Interesting. Interesting. I'm gonna have to buy some left-handed scissors. I've been putting it off and putting it off. I really need some. I might actually do that. So, guys, let me know if you enjoyed that. Thank you very much for joining me today. Make sure you stay safe, and I will definitely see you in the next reaction video.